Okay, raise your hand if you are someone in recovery who's gained some weight, but feels like they've done almost zero rewiring. I've had a lot of people recently reaching out to me, new clients, reaching out to me and saying, I don't know if you can help me because, you know what I'm gonna say, because I've already gained weight trying to recover, but I don't feel like I've done very much rewiring. I feel like I just did it in a very disordered way, and now I'm freaking out because I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like if I have to rewire all of my fear foods and all of my eating disorder behaviors, I'm gonna gain 600 pounds. And they truly believe that. And I trust them because I actually believe that as well. So my first couple of months, I'm gonna try to talk more, like I said this year, about my own recovery, my own actual experience with an eating disorder. And so I'll try to insert more as I am talking about certain topics of my own experience. So for me, when I started recovery, I was doing my best to eat unrestrictedly. And I felt like I was challenging things and eating what I thought was so much more food than what I was before, which was true. I was, right? I was going out and getting pizza and I was eating out every day and all these things. But what happened was, as each week went on, that amount of food that I thought was so much the first week suddenly didn't feel like that much food. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I thought that was my new amount of food I was going to eat through recovery, but now my brain's asking for more. And so then I had to allow myself to eat more. And then that third week, it was like, oh my gosh, basically my mental hunger was just kind of escalating. It was like really, my brain or my body was realizing that food was back in the environment and it was coming in regularly, and it just got really excited about it. And it just kept asking for more and more food. And so even though I wasn't doing like perfect rewiring those first few months, I was making changes and I was challenging things, but I was rewiring some, but I wasn't fully rewiring. You're poopy. Hazel's poopy, guys. Last time I was on, I think she was hungry. Okay, just 1 second. Anyway, so I gained weight really fast. So because I was eating more and my body obviously wasn't where it wanted to be, I was gaining pretty darn fast. And I got to a point 2 or 3 months in where I was like, I can't believe how much weight I've gained so fast. And I also can't believe how much more I have to rewire. And it was a moment of panic for sure. And I realized in that moment, I've got to make a decision. Like, am I going to continue to dwell on the weight I've gained and dwell on the fear of potential weight gain? Or am I going to just put my head down and actually focus on the task at hand, which is rewiring my brain out of this stupid, annoying eating disorder? And I decided, like, I didn't have much to lose, right? I mean, I had some options. I could start restricting again, try to lose the weight, and then do it, quote unquote, the right way, which I see people try to do all the time. And it never ends well, because what happens as you're losing that weight is you're losing your brain's ability to actually do what you need to do. So it's almost like when you're first starting recovery, you only have so much brain capacity to be able to do recovery. And it's not until you've put on some weight and got some fuel in your brain that you can actually start to like comprehend and grasp what unrestricted eating is going to look like. And also your brain needs to accept the fact that this is going to happen. Like, rewiring is going to happen. We're going to have to do this. I've tried doing this by eating more in restrictive kind of controlled ways, and that's not rewiring my brain. So this actually has to happen, kind of just accepting what's going to happen and what needs to happen. And so you have to make a choice. Am I going to continue to focus on weight gain, or am I going to shut that just and focus on rewiring? So what happens is, with a lot of clients who I find struggling, who aren't moving forward, is I'm talking to them, and most of our conversation is this huge like mansion of weight gain fears, right? They're just continuously talking about that. And the rewiring that we're supposed to be talking about is like over here, and it's just this tiny little shack. It's just this tiny little, very small building that's going to get blown over, that doesn't get addressed very much. And it's just kind of something in the background that we should probably address. But right now we need to talk about the fear of weight gain. And in sessions, I'm trying to redivert and redirect our attention on, let's actually just block. And I don't know if block's the right word, but let's just kind of squash that fear of weight gain for now and stop entertaining it. And can we just talk about what we need to do practically to get you rewired, to get your brain back to a place where it's actually not eating disordered anymore? And it's a scary thing to do, because it's like, no, but we want to talk about the weight gain. I need reassurance. I need you to tell me what this is going to look like and how am I going to cope with it? And it's like, right now, can we just focus on rewiring? And that's a lot of my coaching, is focusing on what you need to do in order to no longer have an eating disorder. And that as you're doing that, what happens is you're focusing on your rewiring, you gain confidence in your ability to recover. And as you do that, that fear of weight gain naturally starts to come down. It does take time, definitely takes time, and the rate of weight gain is going to happen much faster than the rate in which your brain can change and adapt and become okay with that new body. And hopefully I made that clear in my videos that that's almost always the case, and you just have to hang tight. But while you're doing that, focusing on and trying to control that weight gain is never going to allow you to rewire. So that's my message to you today. I get to go change a poopy diaper, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Say hi. Can you wave and say hi? Bye. Say have a nice day. Say have a nice day. Bye. She's not going to say it. All right. Bye.